All right, let's bang out a video today. We're going to do the UFC rankings updates. We haven't done one of these in a very long time. Do want to get back to doing some of them when I think they're relevant when the UFC rankings are particularly fucked up. And they're particularly fucked up. So I'm going to go through my rankings, the real rankings, the ones that are correct, not done by the stupid ass media members that have no idea what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to this sport. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start with the one that most people want to see, and it's the pound for pound rankings. I kind of did just show you guys all the fucking fruit, but it is what it is. Um, Dude, this is how it should be. Number one pound for pound, no doubt, is Islam Makhachev. That's what the UFC has. It's not what Dana White has on his fucking smorgasbord, but it's Islam Makhachev. He's the best pound for pound right now. So I'm going to put him here respectfully at one. Number two, I believe the UFC has is John Jones. I think that is blasphemous. I think John Jones doesn't fucking fight enough. If he went out there and fought and beat Aspinall, like then he goes back to number two because I mean, it's just like undeniable. It's his hardest contender, and he actually won against a very talented guy in that weight class. On top of everything he did at light heavyweight, except for lose to Dom Reyes, of course, it would have made sense. But I get to Poirier here too. Listen, this guy, I know a lot of people either love him or hate him. He's very polarizing, which is very good for the sport. I actually like him a lot, but I got him here too. I think that knocking out Volkanovski and Holloway back to back is very deserving of it, and I think that the fact that he's fighting for a title at 155 next as he moved up, I think it makes sense. 100%, especially considering that Volkanovski came back and beat Diego Lopez. It just goes to show how good Ilya Topuria is and I get that it was a short notice, not short, it was Volk coming off a TKO loss after like 3 months. I get it. It still matters, bro. He still chinned him, and if they fought again, he's still chinning him. Like, it is what it is. So, I'm gonna say Ilya Topuria is two. I don't think that's a bad take. I think he's ranked three right now. The one that I disagree with the UFC on the most is who I have at three and who they have at 10. Why the fuck is Alessandro Pantoja at fucking 10, bro? This guy has beaten his entire division. I'm gonna look up all the wins back to back, too. This guy's beaten his entire division. He's literally lapped them, bro. He's literally lapped his whole division, and he is still being tremendously disrespected by the UFC. Just look at this guy's career so far. He's got a fight coming up with Kai France, who he's already beaten, by the way. Before that, he subbed Kaya Sakura in in round two of his last title fight. Beat Steve Erceg by unanimous decision. Now, I get that's one that, like, arguably he could have lost. But then he beats Brandon Royval very easily. He beats Brandon Moreno for a third time. He already beat Royval twice, by the way. He subs Alex Perez in the first round to get his title shot against Moreno, by the way. So now he's working on 3 title defenses, working on his 4th. He's got 4 title wins. Then you have a win via submission against Brandon Royval before the Perez fight. Then before that, a decision win against Kopp. Then before that, he lost to Askarov, but like that's back in 2020. It's a while ago, whatever. He had a loss, and it was a close fight. He overhand righted Matt Schnell. The other guy he lost to was fucking Figueiredo. And then before that, it's like he beat Brandon Moreno again before that. He's already beaten Kai France in an exhibition match on Tough. Like, he's beaten all these guys. He's 3, bro. With what he's doing right now, like, he's a longer reigning champion than all the other dudes up there right now. He's longer reigning than John Jones. Kind of. Well, no, John Jones just hasn't been active. I guess he beat Cyril Gunn in March of 23 and Pantoja won in June of 23. But, like, he becomes champion in June of 23 at UFC 290. Then you have Merab, who, again, has dominated his division. I have him here at 4 because he's dominated division. But he became champ in September of 24. Then you have DDP, who became champ in January of 24. Topuria obviously later, like February of 24, but like the way he did it was fucking nuts. Makhachev was obviously earlier than him. Jones, that doesn't even fucking count. Volkanovski, Magomed, Jack Della, these are all new champs, bro. They are. So when I look at this, I'm like, dude, this is why Pantoja's up there. He is the second longest reigning champion on this list. I'm not counting John Jones. Fuck John Jones. He doesn't get to hold the belt stationary, bro. So fuck that. I got Merab at 4 because he is literally the fucking tear that this dude's been on. Like, cleaned out his division absolutely brutally. I say brutally, like he fucking knocked everyone out. He didn't, but it was just like, The guys he's beaten are all fucking former champs, man. Except for like Umar. Like he beat Umar by decision, someone that no one thought he could beat, including myself. I thought Umar was a bad matchup for him, but Merab beat him. Sean O'Malley he beats by decision. Henry Cejudo he beats by decision. Piotr Yan he dominates. Jose Aldo he beats by decision. Beats Marlon Moraes. Beats Cody Stamen. Beats John Dodson. And then Gustavo Lopez, Casey Kenny. Dude, he has not lost in the UFC. He's not lost in the actual UFC. He hasn't. Massive win streak. Cleared out everybody. He's going to fight Sean O'Malley again. Dude, he deserves the 4 spot. Give this guy his flowers for what he's done. He has a title defense. I get DDP has more, but the amount of people that Merab has beaten, dude, and the level of talent he's beaten is insane. Like, I rank a Sugar Sean win better than an Adesanya win for DDP. And DDP's next here at 5. Like, it was the next toughest one to put on there. DDP is there at 5. Beat Strickland twice. Beat Strickland to get the belt. He's also knocked out Whitaker. He's subbed out Adesanya. He's got a couple title defenses himself now. So he won against Strickland. Then he has a defense against Izzy and Strickland again. Gonna defend it against Hamzat. Also his finishes over Whitaker. Hasn't lost in the UFC. I mean, this is why he's 5. I don't think many people are going to disagree with that. Jones I have at 6. Dude, you guys are lucky I put him at 6. He just doesn't fucking fight. But it is John Jones. We understand what he's capable of. Still subbed Gon easily. He still dominated Stipe. It's just, does he deserve it? Like, he should be less because he shouldn't be considered the fucking champion. But, like, whatever, dude. He's here on 6. Just, like, leave it be. 7, Volk, one of the most recent guys to get his title back. The thing is, he beat Diego Lopez better than Ankalaev beat Pereira to me. I'm going to be honest. Volk 49-46 Lopez. Magomed 48-47 Pereira. I guess you can have Pereira. Like, Pereira's here on the pound for pound list still because of everything he's done for the division and everything he did in 2 weight classes. But, like, you can switch Ankh and Volk. But when I'm looking at this, I'm like, the only guys that Volk is fucking lost to is Topuria and fucking Makhachev. The 1 and 2 guys on here. Ankh lost to Paul Craig. Like, that's still on his record. And I get he was winning that fight and got fluked last second. But then you look at the other guys he beat. It was Pereira. And then it's like Iwan Kudalaba, Alexander Rakic. Draw with Blachowicz, even though it arguably could have been a win. But draw with Blachowicz still on his record. Didn't end up fighting a Dom Reyes, a Carlos Olberg, a Yuri Prohaska. He hasn't fought any of the guys that are up top there right now. A Jamal Hill, a Khalil Roundtree. Hasn't fought any of those guys. The only guys he's fought that's ranked up there is Alexander Rakic and Johnny Walker. So, like, I get that he knocked out, or I get that he beat Alex Pereira, and that's why he's not below Jack Della, who's the newest champion on the list. But if he beats Pereira again, he can move up. If he beats Yuri, then he definitely jumps up. Or Jamal Hill. Like, if he beats more guys in the division, he's going to jump up. Let's just say that. Jack Della at 9. He's the next champion on the list. He's the longest reigning champion, so obviously I have him here at 9. The only reason, like, there's 8 champions, but Ilia Topuria is like, come on. Like, Makhachev's going up to 170, Topuria's going up to 55, so that's why they're in the spots that they are. But Jack Della, tremendous performance against Bilal Muhammad, deserves to be up there with all the champs. Dude, he beats a fucking Islam Makhachev. He's jumping up big time in the rankings. If he beats Islam Makhachev and then Sean Brady, he's probably like 1 or 2. Just going to say that. Tom Aspinall at 10. Everything he's done to the whole division has been insane. Sergey Pavlovich, Alexander Volkov, 2 guys up top right now. The only 2 he hasn't fought yet is Jalton Almeida and Cyril Gane, who I think he dominates both of them as well. So I got him here at 10. Pereira at 11. Was a pretty decently long reigning champion in terms of title defenses. Had a number of them. Beat Yuri, then defended against Hill, defended against Roundtree, defended against Yuri again, and then also he lost to Ankh. But like, he had 3 title defenses in a year. Like, come on, bro. Hamzat Chimaev at 12. This is based off sheer skill and what he's done to some of the best fighters. I mean, he beat Usman, he beat Burns, and then he dominated Whitaker. I just think based off sheer skill and talent, like, he should be up there, dude. He is good enough like that. Bilal up there, beating a lot of the division, just lost his belt. He's going to stay up there. Max has showed that between 155 and 145, he's one of the top guys. And Arman Tsarukyan's another guy with some top-tier talent that I think should be in the top 15 over a Charles Oliveira, even though Oliveira's getting the title shot. Arman beat him. I think Arman's very, very good, so I'm putting him in there. Now we're going to move to flyweight. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You got Pantoja. Let me see what it looks like to you guys here. Don't look the best. We'll zoom in. Come on. Come on. Pantoja, obviously champ. I got Royval as number 1 contender. Should be ranked 1. He beat Moreno to get that spot. Then I have Moreno at 2 because he's coming off a win against Amir Albazi and Steve Erceg, so I think that warrants the 2 spot. Kai Kara-France, I'm putting at 3. Listen, dude, I'm not a Kai Kara-France glazer, but we all know he fucking beat Albazi and had one of the worst robberies of all time. So he's going to go there at 3. Tatsuro Taira I have at 4 because the only loss he really has is to Brandon Royval, and it was a 48-47 decision, so Taira deserves to be in the spot he is. Kai Kara-France is also getting the title shot, so like he beat Askarov, who beat Pantoja. Like, that's a big win. He knocked out Erceg in the first round, which Moreno didn't do, but Kai Kara-France has the L to Albazi. It was closer than Moreno just schooling Albazi, so I took that into account as well. And also, Moreno has a TKO win over Kai Kara-France, so that's taking it into account as well. Tatsuro Taira at 4, Cop at 5. Cop's on a really good win streak right now, and he looks very, very good. He's schooling everyone in the division, so I'm putting Cop at 5. Schooled Bruno Silva, beat Asu Almabayev, one of the grapplers that not a lot of people wanted to face, very easily. So I'm putting him at 5. Amir Albazi at 6. Guy's coming off back-to-back losses, in my opinion. One's a win, one's a loss. But he's not active enough to keep where he is. And, like, his ranked wins are not that good. Like, if I remember correctly, dude, I don't know that he has, like, a legit-ass ranked win. Let me see. Amir Albazi, bro. Amir Albazi, last loss to Moreno, got fucking schooled. He also lost in a grappling contest to Jafel Filho, so we'll say that. Kai Kara-France, he won a split against that he clearly didn't win. He knocked out Alessandro Costa. That's a good win, but other than that, there aren't any ranked wins. So, bro, I don't even know how he's in the fucking rank. It's just because he beat Kai Kara-France, which is fucking stupid because he didn't. But he's at 6. Perez is at 7. He's just perennially up here as a guy that people can jump and take spots in the rankings. 8, Steve Erceg. I think it's fairly self-explanatory. He's been very good, done very good in the UFC thus far. It's just that he has come up against the guys that he's lost to. When you look, it's literally Pantoja in a title fight. Then it's Moreno by decision and Kai Kara-France by KO. So these are literally all like top guys here. Like, just give my boy a fucking easy fight. You rocketed him up to the title too quick. He arguably won, and then you put him against these other guys that are going to take him to school. I just wish he'd have a little bit better matchmaking. Maybe he gets the Albazi matchup next, but he's probably going to have to fight down. I know him and Josh Van would be a sick fight, but I don't want to see either of those guys lose. 10, I got 9, I got Kai Asakura. People fucking forget how good this guy actually is. I'm going to say that. He's ranked 15 on the UFC website. Bro, he got a title shot against Pantoja for a reason. Like, A, they were running out with guys, but like, dude, Kai Asakura is very good. So I'm going to put him here, and I think deservedly so at the number 9 spot. I got Asu at 10. Think that's deserved as well. He's been pretty decent, but like his ranked win is over fucking... Who's the fucking Mateusz Nicolau? Come on. Tagiru Ulanbekov at 11. He's got a little win streak going. Joshua Van at 12. He's an absolute beast, bro. Like, and he will be higher up soon. Then you got Ramazan Temirov at 13, coming off a Charles Johnson win. Bruno Silva at 14, because, like, who else are you going to kind of fucking put in there? He has a ranked win over, like, when Cody Durden was ranked. And then I have Andre Lima at 15. I think he's the absolute dark horse of this division. Moving on to bantamweight. Bruh. I'm going to do this every fucking time now. Number 1 should be O'Malley. It really should. He knocked out Algel to get the title. Merab's obviously champ, but then I think O'Malley's the next because I think he had one of the closer fights with Merab Dvalishvili. You have Aldo up there who had a close fight with him as well, but obviously see Aldo isn't in the rankings as he retired. But then you have Umar, who only beat Sandhagen, who, by the way, is that's a very, very good win, but it wasn't the best version of Sandhagen. But he's only beaten Sandhagen in the rankings. Piotr Jan's literally beat like everyone in these rankings outside of Merab. I'll just say that. And apparently Sean O'Malley, even though I think Piotr Jan won. But Sean O'Malley's 1, Piotr Jan's 2, Umar's 3. I'm going to have Corey at 4 because that win over Figgy was very, very good. I got Song Yadong at 5. I think he's much better than Davis and Figueiredo. I think he's very, very slept on in this division. So I'm going to put Song at 5. I think his wins are impressive. Even though it was the eye poke against Cejudo, I still think he was just dominating him throughout that whole fight and things weren't going to change. He was only getting better also. Figgy at 6, coming off 2 losses in a row, but it's to Piotr Jan and Corey Sandhagen. So, like, when he beats guys like Cheeto Vera, who's below him at 7, Rob Font, who's just below him at 8, that matters. Then we have Mario Batista here at 9. Like, say what you want. He's good. I fucking hate him, but he's good. Cejudo at 10, just literally losing since his return. Eamon Zahabi at 11. He fucking had his fight with Aldo. It is what it is, dude, and he won. Don't know that I agree with the decision, but it was close enough. Like, you can make an argument for it, so I'm not too upset. Marcus McGee at 12. I think he's being disrespected a little bit by the matchmakers by having him at, I think, 14. Not matchmakers, by the, oh, maybe he's ranked at 13. So I think it just makes sense, right? 13 or 12 makes sense. 13 for Montel Jackson makes sense to me. I'm doing 14 Jonathan Martinez, bro. Like, yeah, he lost back-to-back, but it was to Aldo and Marcus McGee. And he almost finished Marcus McGee with low kicks. So I'm putting him here at 14. I think he deserves it. And I think Vinicius Oliveira should be fucking ranked. The guys that they have in the rankings are like Kyler Phillips, who stinks, bro. Kyler Phillips is not that good. Don't think he deserves to be ranked. Who the fuck else do they have in there? Some, like, guy that they just want to promote for no fucking reason at all. So we're going to move to featherweight. Featherweight's the one that I wanted to fix the most because they fucking UFC website still has Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway in there. That shit don't make sense to me. They're not in the division anymore. Volk is the champ. Diego Lopez lost to Movsar Evloev. I don't know why you have Evloev tied in the ranking with Yair at 4. That's fucking dumb. But it should be Volk, Movsar, because he beat Diego. Diego at 2, because he did go to a decision with the champion, Volkanovski. Arnold Allen at 3. The only guy he fucking lost to was Max and fucking Movsar Evloev. Everyone else he beats the living piss out of. Maybe not John Silva, but John Silva hasn't done enough yet. Brian Ortega at 4. Why? Because he fucking subbed Yair 2 fights ago. That shit matters, bro. He subbed Yair 2 fights ago. That's why he's going to be in the 4 spot. He lost to Diego Lopez. Okay. He subbed Yair. That matters. That's why Yair's below him at 5, even though he could be lower because he only fucking beat Pitbull and he's been finished twice in a row. But again, it was to Ortega and Volk. Aljo at 6. Again, when you look at the losses he has, it's to like Movsar Evloev. That's like it. So he beat Cater and then he loses to Movsar. I feel like there's another fucking win in there, but maybe not. But I'm putting Aljo at 6. Lerone Murphy at 7, got a big win streak going right now. I think he's just slowly crept up the rankings after his win against Josh Emmett, underwhelming win. Gene Silva at 8. I mean, just watch this guy fight and tell me he's not top 10, seriously. I'm going Yusuf Zalal at 9. A lot of people don't like it, but dude, there's a lot of people in these rankings that need to be shuffled up. I'm just going to say that. He's better than Josh Emmett. So Josh Emmett at 10. Onama at 11 with his win over Giga. I actually thought Giga won the fight against Onama, so I'm keeping him in the rankings, and I'm putting him here at 12. Dan Ige at 13, coming off another win against Sean Woodson. Bryce Mitchell at 14. Listen, I get it, dude. The UFC doesn't have him ranked, but realistically, he should be. There's 2 spots that are taken up by Max and Ilya, which doesn't make sense. So that's why I'm putting Bryce in here, and Calvin Kattar at 15. Bryce, dude, he lost to fucking Gene Silva. Like, whoop-de-doo, bro. And Josh Emmett. 2 guys just ranked above him. I don't think that deserves for him to be gone. So I'm going Bryce Mitchell 14 and Calvin Kattar 15. Moving on to lightweight. It's pretty straightforward to me, man. Islam Makhachev, allegedly champion, but he's not anymore. So we're actually going to take him out, and now we're going to just rank the contenders. I'm going to go Arman at 1. Bro, he beat Charles. That matters, man. Like, it really does. He beat Charles, so I'm going to consider that. He also, in my eyes, beat Gamrot, but it is what it is. Ilya at 2, I still think he's the next guy up there. Charles at 3, he is. Like, realistically, he is. He still has wins over a bunch of the top guys. I'm putting Max at 4 because he slumped Gaethje, bro. He literally slumped Gaethje, who slumped Poirier, so that's why it's 4, 5, 6 here. And Ilya slumped Max Holloway, so that's why it looks like this. And Charles Oliveira beat Gaethje and Poirier, so that's why this looks the way it does. Max at 4, Gaethje at 5, Poirier at 6, Hooker at 7. Beating Gamrot gets you there. It was a close fight, but beating him gets you there. I'm going Moicano at 8, bro. He deserves it. Fuck you guys. I don't really need to explain myself on why. Moicano's at 8. You can argue that Gamrot should be 8 and Moicano should be 9, but that's what I'm doing. Paddy Pimblett at 10. You can argue again him being higher with his performance over Chandler, but it's Chandler, man. I think Chandler's tremendously overrated, so it is what it is. Number 11, Beneil Dariush, just below, coming off a couple knockouts in a row, a couple knockout losses in a row, so that's why he's down here. Fiziev at 12, Grant Dawson at 13. You can argue he can be at 12 over Fiziev as well, but I'm just going to put him here at 13 because he did get slumped by Bobby Green. Joel Alvarez at 14. Watch him fight. I don't need to explain myself. Michael Chandler at 15. No BSD. Dude, I think Michael Chandler's the only guy in this ranking list that actually... Like, BSD can only beat Michael Chandler, maybe, and I still think I'd pick Michael Chandler somehow over it. So, I'm going Michael Chandler at 15. No BSD. I think he's overrated. Even though he's fun. Welterweight, what a lot of y'all want to see, especially with things that have happened recently. Fuck. Jack Della the champ. My fucking Pookie Bear, dude. Made it to the top. Champion, Jack Della Maddalena. 1, Sean Brady beating Leon Edwards by submission dominantly. Gets you up there. 2, Bilal Muhammad. Dominant win over Leon. Also, KO'd Sean Brady, man. But he lost brutally to Jack Della, and I think Sean Brady's much better now than he was when he faced Bilal. He didn't brutally KO fucking Sean Brady. He TKO'd him on the feet. But I think these are the 1-2 guys. Shavkat at 3. I look and like his best win is Ian Gary, and it was a fucking snoozer and kind of a close fight. Just gonna say that, so that's why he's at 3. Leon at 4. I spelled this wrong. And Buckley at 5. I look at Leon's resume and I'm like, dude, he lost to Brady and Bilal, yeah, and sure he KO'd Usman, but he fluke KO'd Usman and then won a very close decision with him. Then he beat a one-footed Colby Covington, not that great of a version of Colby as well. So that's why he also fucking just got subbed by Brady and lost to Bilal, so he's 2 losses in a row, he's moving down. Sorry, bruh. That's what you get, dog. I think some things need to change here, actually. I don't know what I was thinking. Man, come on, bro. Dude, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe I have to do this mid-fucking video. This sucks. Because if you don't get it on the exact line, dude, they just... Fucking annoying, man. And then Morales. Bro. Fuck this. Alright. So now that this is correct. Edwards at 4. Buckley at 5. I mean, look at the wins Buckley has, bro. It's Luque, Ruzaboyev, Wonder Boy by TKO. Luque was also by TKO. And then Colby Covington by TKO. He has a ton of ranked wins. He's on a massive win streak. He deserves to be where he is now. And now he gets an Usman fight. So I think it makes sense. Gary's one below him. I don't know where this guy gets off thinking he's next for the title. He beat Carlos Pratas, number 13 ranked, and almost got finished. Before that, he lost to Shavkat Rakhmonov, but the way he talks, you'd think he'd fucking win, or he'd won, but he didn't, so that matters. Then you look at, next down was Kamaru Usman. Dude, who's the other fucking win that... Ian Gary has the win over Jeff Neal, another stinker, and MVP. All lower than the rankings that fucking... Buckley has. Like, look at Buckley's wins. It's 10 Colby Covington, or on the UFC website, I think it's still 9 or some shit like that. And 11 Wonder Boy. And then for Ian Gary, it's 12 and 13 Pratis. I'm sorry, 12 and 12, 13, 14, 11, 10, 15, unranked. I guess it's a lot closer than you think, but 10 and 11 is better than fucking 12 and 13, dude. Sorry. Then I'm going Kamaru at 7, former champion. He's lost to, like, Leon and Hamzat. That's it. So that's why he's here at 7. Michael Morales, big win over Gilbert Burns. He gets the jump, first round finish. Also just think sheer talent puts him above these old heads. Like, we're filtering out the old heads. Burns, Covington, Thompson, I think it all makes sense. I think Burns beats Covington. I think Covington beats Thompson. Burns did beat Thompson, so it is what it is. Jeff Neal, I got here at 12. Just... He's talented, man, but he KO'd fucking RDA in his last fight. Very easily, by the way, but it's not that impressive at welterweight. Carlos Pratas at 13, MVP at 14, Vicente Luque at 15. I think those are all fair. All right, dude, I'm going to do it. Hamzat at 1, Nasruddin Imavov at 2. Makes sense to me, right? Like, I get a lot of people are going to want to say, dude, Imavov KO'd Adesanya. But, like, am I really ranking Adesanya better than I am Whitaker? Like, to be real? I think subbing Whitaker and smushing his jaw in round 1 versus KOing Adesanya in round 2 is better. So that's where I have Hamzat at 1, Imavov at 2. They're both very, very close, but Imavov's done more work in the division. I understand that. But he did lose to Strickland, who's just below him here at 3. Kyle Baralho at 4, because I think he's better right now than Izzy and Whitaker. Then I have Izzy and Whitaker at 5 and 6. I think that makes sense. Cannonier at 7, because he's kind of held his own at this point now. Anthony Hernandez at 8. He's just done the work in the division to get up here creepily. Then you have Roman Dolidze here at 9. He's just, again, held down his spot. Brendan Allen at 10. Rainier de Ritter at 11. He could have a massive jump if he beats Whitaker here. Paulo Costa at 12. Marvin Vettori at 13. I don't know how he's fucking Mickey Moused his way, as bedtime would say, up to like 10 or whatever. But Marvin Vettori at 13. Roman Kopylov at 14. And then Abus Magomedov at 15 with his win over Michel Pereira. Light heavyweight, we'll run through the rest of these pretty quick. Magomed, Pereira, Prohaska, Jamal Hill, Carlos Holberg, Jan Blachowicz, Alexander Rakic, Khalil Roundtree, Dom Reyes. I think that's very, very fair and self-explanatory. Just going to say that. I think it all makes total sense. It all lines up perfectly. Then I'm going to do Volkan here at 9. Oof, pause. Azamat at 10, I think he's just supremely talented compared to all these other guys. Krylov at 11, Zhang Mingyang at 12, Johnny Walker at 13, Bogdan Guskov at 14, and Alonzo Menafield at 15. I'm sure Umar Sy will be in the 15 spot. I think he beats Menafield, but this is what we're going with for now. Champion, Tom Aspinall. If you know, you know. He's the fucking real champ. Fuck John Jones. He's going to be the number 1 contender because at this point, it's you have to fight Aspinall. Aspinall doesn't have to fight you. Gon at 2. Volkov at 3. I actually have them both tied at 2 because I really do. I know Volkov beat Gon, so I have them tied at 2. Pavlovich at 4. Blades at 5. The only reason Blades is below is because Pavlovich did knock him out. So there's that. Gelton Almeida at 6. He's the next best guy. Sergey at 7. I think he's the next best also, and he subbed Tybura, who's at 8. He's also beaten Derek Lewis. Then I have Derek Lewis at 9 after Marcin Tybura at 8. Waldo at 10. I think this is the guy that's going to be up and coming here. Shamil at 11. Future champion, of course. Ty at 12. Walter Walker at 13. I think he's being criminally slept on. I think he's very, very good in the division, and I think he's going to be a hard guy to beat for a lot of the fat guys. Once we get up here to the Almeida and up, I think that's where you'll see the problem for Walter Walker. Mick Parkin at 14. He had a very close fight with Tybura, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I do think he's decent for heavyweight. And then Zechniku at 15. Taliesin Teixeira is just, bro, knocking out Justin Tafa doesn't get you ranked for me. I'm sorry. So that's why I'm going to do that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. This is a quick rankings update. Went a lot longer than I wanted to go, but I guess pound for pound takes 10 minutes to explain. So thanks, boys.